Great. So as always, we'll stay on mute. So if you have any questions, feel free to unmute or go ahead and type them in the chat box, and we will get those answered as we can. We are going to talk about Schmidt Resources today. We have a lot of new faces with us that have joined our family over the past few months, so we just kind of wanted to do a refresher course. So of course, we go to schmidtresources.com. This is our landing page. We have each individual region that has their own subset of squares. Now, a lot of them are shared. It's the same content, but we do have additional one per region. So Michigan, Ohio, Florida, and USVI. I do want to point out there is a search feature. It doesn't work overly well. We're trying to enhance it, but we're having to work within the parameters of Squarespace, which is the host service for our site. So you can search for things on schmidtresources.com, but just because it doesn't readily find it doesn't mean it's not in there. It could just be a limitation of the search. But I do like to point it out because sometimes if you're in a hurry, it's the fastest way to find it, on the front end. At least try it first. We have our virtual open house submission form here when it's open. Now, we do know that it closes down in certain time frames, and JD is always really good about communicating that. But if your agents are looking for that form, it can be found right here. And then we have our wonderful marketplace. So when you click on marketplace, you can come over here and we have lots of cute things like baby onesies. We have stuff for the beach with beach towels. We have drinkware. We're always adding new items, which typically get shared out in our Blue Matter Monday email. But feel free to come here. Feel free to let your agents come here to check out these items. Now, if you and your managers are ordering something for the office, so you don't necessarily have a credit card, but you just want to invoice it to the office, just reach out to Tracy. Let her know what the items are going to be needed for, when they are needed, and how to bill those. So whether it's your office or split amongst offices. So those items are available on the office level. You just need to order them through Tracy so that you don't have to go through the whole process and then realize you need a credit card. So take a look at all of our items in the marketplace. There's also a link to our Facebook group. So if you or your agents aren't members of our Schmidt specific Facebook group, please have them go there and join that. There is an approval process. That email goes to JD and myself, so we approve people pretty quickly. So if you're not members of our company Facebook group, please go ahead and join that from here. We're going to click into a square. So clicking on Michigan from here or here is essentially the same thing. You're going to land in the same place. Right here sometimes becomes white noise because we see it all the time when we log in. So sometimes it's like we're not even seeing it. But this is our online marketing project request form. So if your agents need postcards or social media posts, or they're looking for a newsletter, whatever they're looking for, custom content from the marketing group, they just want to click on that online marketing submission form and fill this form out. This then goes out to the marketing group and they assign it to a designer who will then be in touch. So if you guys need a graphic for your Facebook page and it's not something that you could do in Canva or whatnot, or maybe you need an office photo altered a little bit because there's some editing to be done with photo software, you can come here on the office level and fill out this request form as well. The marketing group is fully staffed now. Response times are amazing. They're back up to where they need to be for the volume. So don't hesitate to use that form for any of your marketing needs. Going back to the Michigan Square. So some of these are rearranged a little bit differently in each region, but all the same squares are there. So you don't have to worry about just because you don't see this in Florida in the upper right corner, it's there. You just kind of have to look for it. So we have links to the marketing group, we have global luxury resources, we have our digital accelerator program, we have our presentations, which is our brand new blue book with that gorgeous new look that goes along with our home campaign from the brand. We have our black book, which is our luxury. And then for managers, we have our recruiting book here. So these are all of our digital. They can be ordered as well. If the agents want to order these, that can be done through the marketplace, and there's links to that right here underneath as well. We also have the quotables brought to us from the brand, and then we have a team blueprint. So if your managers are going out there recruiting a team, we have great content for them on that as well. So all of these things are found in the presentations tab, square, if you will, sorry. The for sale signs and sign accessories, when you click here, this is how your agents can order their signs. So that's a fairly new feature as well. We have some technology links like BombBomb and Kohl right on the landing page. The rest of them are found in our technology square. So depending on if they're new, if they're old, we're trying to always constantly refresh this and rearrange it, which makes sense to people because everybody has a different thought process and procedures. So sometimes it doesn't make sense to you. So we try to, make as much sense to everybody as we can. So sometimes you'll see like BombBomb and Kohl outside of the technology square, and sometimes you go into the technology square and you'll see everything. We have our great social graphics square here. So if you are helping out with the office's Facebook posting, there's a lot of these graphics here. There's Home Hub, there's buyer and seller graphics, there's boxy backgrounds here. We have amazing holiday and seasonal graphics here. So what's the next holiday? 4th of July. So when you come in here, you can scroll until you find some graphics that can be used. Again, these can be used on the office level or they can be used by the agents as well. So here's our 4th of July options. And again, that's found in our social graphics square. Oops, I got lost. We're gonna go back. Which you can see very easily. You can navigate by clicking Schmidt Resources. It takes you all the way back to the homepage, or you can always click into any of your regions there. When available and where available, we have our market share reports here. We have great business and marketing planning tools for the agents. Of course, we know we have our own concierge through our Home Hub powered by This Is Our List. So if your agents are questioning what that service is, they've had a contract, so their clients were communicated with because they didn't opt out 24 hours prior, they can come here and it does a really good job of explaining what the program is and some assets and how to market it so that our consumers are aware of it, because we're getting fantastic feedback from our consumers across Michigan, Ohio, and Florida about how much they love their Home Hub concierge. So more information can be found in that square there. Of course, we have our MoxieWorks square. We have training in there. We have links to log in. We have tips and tricks. We have some of our embed codes that if your agent wants to embed the blog, or if they want to embed a blue book or a black book, they can go to that MoxieWorks square to get that information there. We do have a logos square, but what we want to do is log into BrandServe via MyCBDesk to get our logos. So the logo square, it used to house our logos, but since BrandServe took over, we just have a how-to quickly on here about how to get your logos. So there's a quick YouTube video on how to download any of the logos that you want. We know there's a ton of different versions. There's the framed kind, the monogram kind, there's horizontal, there's vertical, there's commercial, there's global luxury, lots of different logos. They all can be found by your DBA in BrandServe. There's a great script library for our agents, especially newer agents. If they're interested in that, they can come here. Of course, our newest tool, Kohl Realty Resource, when you click on that square, it has the recording of our initial launch training, and then there's also the login that they can log in. Plus, the second Tuesday of each and every month is a boot camp brought to us from Kohl Realty, so they can sign up from that link there as well. Now, every region, Michigan, Ohio, and Florida, have specific resources to that region. So when you click on that, you're going to see things like the title and mortgage and warranty local to that area. You have local boards. In the state of Michigan, we have CE Marketplace. So these are Michigan-specific resources, and that's why they're found right here in the MI Resources tab. For example, when you go into Florida, you're going to see the same option here, Florida Resources. So same concept, it's just specific to that area. We have things like our commercial square, which has been brand new refresh thanks to Lindsay Bach, our commercial marketing specialist. So if you have any agents doing commercial, they can come in here and get to desk, they can get to build out, they can get to all of the recruiting assets that are brand new and just been loaded, social media practices, all of this is brand new content. So if you've not been in the commercial square recently, head over there and check it out. It's all great stuff done by Lindsay. We will be retiring our Healthy Home program. We're going in a different direction. We're moving to a different vendor, so more to come on that. But there is information in here about AFLAC as well. Obviously, you can reach out to Sarah or Julie or Becky in HR, but you can come here for more information as well. We have our amazing Get Schmidt Done Square. Now, this is password protected, And for all of those that may be new, the password is just like it says on the square. Get Schmidt done. Capital G, capital S, capital D. Now, if you are a user, maybe you're an RSC, so you get in the RSC square, or maybe you help your manager, so you get in the manager square. Squarespace doesn't know how to save the username, so it doesn't know which square that you're trying to get into. So you can't really save the passwords in your browser if you're using more than one square, because it'll get confused on which one you're trying to access. Now, JD was having a little fun earlier in the week, and he gave us our brand new rotating banner. Isn't that fun? Get Schmidt done, ASC resources. So that is new at the top. We do have our new reimbursement documents here, both for mileage and now expense. They used to be together on one form. Now they've been separated. They always have to be signed by your supervisor, but mileage goes to HR, expense goes to accounting. We have our great real estate glossary. This is a really fantastic asset to keep. As much as I love digital and paperless, I do recommend maybe printing this and keeping it at the front desk, especially when you're newer. You're learning a lot of different terminology. All of these words are in here with a quick snippet of the explanation for the word. So if you hear an agent say something and you don't have a chance to ask them, or you read it, or you hear it in passing, you can come here on the glossary and check it out to see what that means in reference to real estate. So that's our real estate glossary. We have our Get Schmidt Done training calendar. So obviously today is 1st and 3rd, and that didn't link right because I have my account open, but that'll link you over to the Get Schmidt Done training calendar. We have in-house business card templates here, and we also have new agent email signature. It was pointed out that Global Luxury doesn't have an option. At that point, you'd want to reach out to the marketing group. Global Luxury tends to be a lot more customized than our standard templates. So if you have an agent looking for Global Luxury, whether it's business cards or email signatures, have them reach out to the marketing group. We have our employee handbook. Now this is in Paylocity as well, but we do have it linked through here in our ASC square. You can order signs. It talks about the proper logo usage there. We have staff training linked. We have for Michigan our upkeep, which is our facility maintenance request asset. So that's new here. So if you're in Michigan, soon to come Ohio and Florida, and we're not quite there yet, but if you're in Michigan and you need a facility request, light bulbs are out, a window got broken, you have an ant infestation like I had in my office, you can go there and put those requests in, and then those will be handled by Rob Gray. We have our postage request form. Keep in mind, postage is going up July 10th. So if you are using postage in your offices, if you typically will be ordering stamps, take a look at your inventory. If you're low, go ahead and get that order in. Get us some more cost savings because July 10th, that is going up. It's going up to, I believe, I think it's 60 cents if I'm not mistaken. So get those orders in if you're running low. We have our 2022 marketing plan here on the office Facebook plan, which is going to be refreshed, but that is there. If you need an office mat, you can come here to order that. We have our technology tool snapshot, our Moxie benefit snapshot, just a lot of good information that you can help your managers with when you have new agents come on board. Or if you're looking for a lunch and learn topic or whatnot, you can always come in here too. Becky, for the username and password for Upkeep, I will just shoot me a quick email and I'll ask Rob to get that over to you. It was emailed out, but it wasn't, to be honest, it wasn't greatly communicated, so it could have went to spam or you could have thought it was spam, so just go ahead and email me and we'll get that to you. If you're ordering folders, envelopes, and letterhead, you do that here. We have our listing flow chart. So price is wrong on this site. Where do I check on the front end to make sure it's flowing? You can come here for the listing flow chart. Obviously, you can always reach out to myself or Paul or Barb, and we can help you troubleshoot as well. But if you're trying to fact find on your own, that is in there. We have our account text square here. You can get to Citrix. You can get to transaction plan. Superstar of the month, always looking for nominations. Is somebody in the company made your life better this month? Has somebody helped you out? Do you think somebody's just being awesome? Fill that form out and send it to me. We're always looking for nominations. This is specific to staff. We love our agents so much, but we also love our staff. So this is specific and special just for staff. Typically it's ASC or accounting or marketing. We've had managers nominated before too, so get that nomination over to me. I don't know if she's on, but congratulations to Nicole in Ohio. She earned it for June. So congratulations, Nicole. So if you have any nominations, get those over. And if you nominate yourself, I'm not going to say anything. Get it over to me. I'm not saying you're going to get it, but I'm just saying I won't say anything. We have a link to Staples here. So if you go to staples.com, that's not the right login for the accounts that we use. So make sure that you're coming here. Oh, Nicole is on. Great. Congrats, Nicole. So come here if you're logging into Staples. If you're newer and you don't have a Staples login, email me, email Kelly Ewing. We'll get you added in there. Lots of information in here. Again, some of them are duplicated with other places, but we do try to get them in as many spots that make sense so that we can get people where they need to go. If you're working on a PowerPoint for a Lunch and Learn or to help your manager or an agent with the presentation, we do have those standard templates in here for presentations. We have a link over to Schmidt Community Fund. We have our new agent book, which was written for Michigan, but it's really good content. So if you guys are looking for assets, go ahead and take a look into there. We have our awards templates. We have our new agent name badges, which can be ordered. Keep in mind, we're no longer ordering from Trophy Case. So delete that email out of your systems and order your name badges from here. That's for new agents, for staff, for whatever the name badge you need, you can order that from here. And then we have our new email signature template. So if you've not seen this yet, I highly encourage you to come to the email signature templates. Oh, there's Becky right there. Find your template for your DBA, and keep in mind, some of them are close. We got Schmidt Realty, we got Schmidt Realtors, we got Schmidt Family of Companies, we've got Woodland Schmidt, we got AGS Schmidt. So just keep in mind that you find your DBA, update it for yourself, and then embed that into your email. We also have 2 global luxury options. Right now we just have Paradise and Sunstar. But if you're looking for a global luxury and you don't see your DBA, just reach out. So that is our ASC square. And again, if you haven't been in there a while, check it out. There is new content. The RSCs do have a square. It doesn't have a ton of information in it yet, but that is available for our RSCs. And then we have our manager tab here. This is also password protected, and it is simply Schmidt Managers, capital S, capital M. So go ahead and jot that down, just like the ASC square. There's nothing in here you guys can't see. So Schmidt Managers, capital S, capital M. And in here, there's the manager training manual, which is brand new. We have our reimbursement templates in there as well. A lot of amazing recruiting information, our Join the Blue recruiting series, links again to the recruiting assets. We have our Moxie Talent webinar. That's recorded. We have our embed codes for Moxie websites for recruiting purposes. We have Paylocity training, which a lot of our managers could utilize. We also have our listing flowchart. We have our Engage template here for the managers, and then we have our Superstar nomination there as well. All of our licensing holding companies, R&I, R&O, Broadpoint, always linking through Schmidt Community Fund because that's really important to us. And then just more of the same thing for office signage, for sales sign orders, and then some content for Dan Elzer, and then Michigan-specific onboarding. So lots of great content in the Manager Square as well. And again, Schmidt Managers, capital S, capital M. Just a few more squares. We're almost done here. The Schmidt Family of Companies directory. Thanks to Michelle. I don't know if Michelle Cruz is on, but she's helping us keep this updated. If you are ever in here looking for something and you notice a mistake or old information, send it over to me. This is basically me when I have 5 minutes going through and trying to keep it refreshed. So if you see something that's not right, please get it over to me. But you have your leadership team there. We have our amazing marketing group. We have accounting and human resources. Lots of good people. Then we go into Relo and referrals, and then each region. We have our president information at the top, and then when you zoom into each office, you have the manager, the RSC, and the ASC. And then, of course, the address and a phone number. So we know what you have your Moxie directories as well, but this is a really good point of reference as well. So we have all of Michigan, we go into Ohio, and then we go into Florida, and then we have our USVI offices here. So it can be really good to see where all of our offices are located, quick reference guide with phone numbers, and then all of your support team is here as well. Schmidt Community Fund, a lot of our agents ask, well, what's that $10 that I'm donating go to? Have them come here to schmidtcommunityfund.org. There's all of our recipients are listed out. We have some great content from thank yous, from photos in which we've been able to support those in our community. So just a lot of great information on our recipients. Plus, if you get to the bottom, it should have the full list, which needs to be updated for this year, but all of that is on there. And then two, also we have our donors. So all of our agents and all of our staff that have donated, you can see there's just a ton of them. So this will be being updated as well. We typically do it mid-year, right around July. So take a look at that for more information. It also will have the how to request funding, kind of gives you the guidelines, and then you can download that form there. The board just met this week. So if you do have a request in your local communities, please feel free to get those over to me. If they're more timely and they can't wait to the following month, we meet the second Tuesday of each month, go ahead and let me know, and we can always offline those requests. Referrals and relocation is the last square, and then we can open it up to questions. This is a really great asset as well, along with the directory, because thanks to Sam Straight in our relocation department in Michigan, she's created these maps. So there's stars where we operate. So if you're getting questions on where our office locations are, you can pull these maps down and get those to your, I gotta change this so it opens them up in a new window and not on the same window. So you can get these over to anybody that's looking for that information. And again, in USVI, brand new office in St. Thomas. So that's really great information too, and that's found in the referrals and relocation. Now each individual region, and by that I mean Michigan, Ohio, and Florida, have their own licensing holdings. So if you're looking for an agent that wants to transfer their license, RNI, Referral Network Inc. in Michigan, RNO, Referral Network, or I'm not actually sure what the O is. That's our Ohio version, and then in all of Florida it is Broadpoint. So you can get that information here in Schmidt Resources. Now you can see I'm in Ohio now. I was in Michigan, I'm in Ohio now. So it does look a little bit different. They have some assets specific to their region. So there's Ohio Launchpad there. They have their Ohio resources. We have an association with McMichael Insurance. So they have a square there in Ohio. But the things like video and social media, our G Suite training information, our scripts, all of those squares are the same. So a lot of content is shared, but there is specific to your region. So you want to make sure you're launching from your region. Now this has all been directed at Coldwell Banker, but we do have resource sites for our Century 21, if I remember what the URL is. And that's not it. I don't know if Michelle's on, but we do have resource sites for both our Century 21, and I failed at it again, and our Elite Sotheby's International Realty. So everything that you find in schmidtresources.com will be specific to Coldwell Banker. So if you're interacting with agents from our other two brands, let them know they have their own resource sites as well. And if you're interested, I can get those URLs. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. And I want to be able to let you guys get back to work, so I'm not going to look them up now, but if you need them, let me know. I'll get them out to you. So what questions do you have?
Carrie, can you use stuff from other states? Like I noticed in Ohio, you had postcards on one of their circle or one of their squares.
Yes.
Can you use those?
So you can, as long as your DBA is correct, or it gives you the opportunity to update the DBA. If it's an asset you really like and it doesn't have your DBA, get that over to the marketing group, and they can update it and get it back to you. But yeah, there's no stopping you from going into other regions and taking a look.
Perfect.
And keep in mind, a lot of our DBAs are the same, so make sure you have the exact one. We find it on Moxie a lot. It says Schmidt Realty, and it's really Schmidt Realtors, but it's so little on the Moxie site, it's hard to tell, so we just got to be really careful when we choose our DBAs. But great question, Sarah. Good. Anything else? Well, spend some time. When you have downtime, it's a great place to head. You know, Schmidt Video Classroom is linked in there with all of our great videos as well. Lots of asset, lots of information. We are always open for suggestions. We're always open for you to let us know if there's old data that we need to pull down. I just pulled down a really old org chart from Florida because it came to my attention. It takes a full team effort to keep this updated and useful, so just let us know what your ideas and opinions are. And if there is old data that needs to be updated, I'd love to hear about it. So thank you guys so much for your time today. I appreciate it. If you do have a question for me after the fact, feel free to go ahead and reach out and let me know what we can do to help. I appreciate your time today. Have a great rest of your week. Bye now.